I thought I'd do a quick video on a magazine by the Royal Mint, simply because I haven't seen it on YouTube. I thought it might be interesting for some people to see the kind of reading material that the Royal Mint produces. Quite proud of the UK Royal Mint here. You can obviously pause the video if you want to see anything in particular. So it gives an overview of some of the year's coins. Different information on ordering. This is particular to the same time as the King's coronation. Pretty cool. I'm not particularly a fan of royalty, but obviously this is historic, and we do have to respect our history, so to speak, our forefathers, and all that. I'm filming this from the Middle East, by the way, and yeah, when you travel like this and work in other countries, you certainly begin to respect the history that the UK has just a little bit more, especially if you didn't respect it before. Established more than 700 years ago. This is the trial of the picks, the testing, and I'm into metal testing myself, so it's quite interesting. What a ceremony, almost very grand, very British there as well. Look at these pillars, amazing. Chandeliers. $2023, amazing. Look at these coins. Oof. I noticed actually on this picture, there's not many, if any, coins on the deck. You know? It's not like a coin show or anything, it's testing, you know. We do testing in metals labs, and this is certainly not a metals lab. Very ceremonial and historical. And then they have a bit on their new line of jewellery. Those interested, particularly some people interested from the US recently on YouTube. The Royal Mint's actually using X-ray films, extracting the precious metals from X-ray films and also from computer parts now, according to someone I know in the Mint, in the know. So there's a bit on their new line of jewellery, obviously developing stuff. Here's the assay master. Assaying in the mining industry, in fact, used to be one of the best paid jobs on the block. If you were in a mine, the assay master was the guy, because he would know where all of the good prospects were. And if you were a prospector going there for the first time, the first thing you'd do is go and see the assay master. This is particularly from US history, of course, because the assay master could charge basically whatever he wanted to these prospectors. Of course, it's a different story with the Royal Mint there, but these guys have obviously, I would hope, have a background in metals testing and results interpretation and whatnot. I haven't actually read. Interesting. They might well just be business guys, who knows, or marketing. So then it goes through the Britannia, the different editions that are available in 2023, particularly these blisters. I am a fan of the blister packs, even though the premium is a lot higher. Those blister packs just have a certain thing with them that's different to the pure bullion. to the bullion in a capsule. You have the blister pack and arguably an assay there. Obviously they're not worth any more. Melt value is just the same, but intrinsic value, numismatic value, you know, not much more, to be honest, in a blister, unless you've got a set or something like this. And even then, if you want to get them graded, you have to take them out of that blister eventually. So, but it keeps them relatively safe. Right, here's the security features. The UK Royal Mint's famous, in fact, for their security features, because they're so hard to forge. Touch wood. And there's a little bit on the security features, 4 different features. Yeah, it's actually coins are going out of fashion as far as forgery is concerned in the Chinese market, where unfortunately for that country most of the forgeries do take place. Here we have a little bit looking after your finances to the tax year, CTG and whatnot. Good that the coins are CTG exempt. Gold in general in the UK as well, VAT exempt mostly. Investment gold, that is. A little bit on the florin, 6pence, 3pence and shilling, 3pence and shilling. Interesting stuff. It's a good way to teach kids the old stuff. I mean, is the old stuff relevant anymore though? I mean, do they need to know this? I think probably it's something, a stocking filler or whatnot, you know, an interesting part of history that kids should really know, especially if they're talking to really old people that still talk in the old terms. There's some terms like bent as a 10-bob note, is it? Or is it 9-bob note? You see, because a bob is whatever, can't remember, but you can't get a derivative of 10 or derivative of 9 of a bob for some reason. God knows. Something to look up. Here we go. 2023 annual sets, making history. There we go. You know, it's very well presented, this magazine, and not very often seen on YouTube. That's why I'm doing a bit of stuff on it. There's the Flying Scotsman, the old Flying Scotsman, brilliant. Different coins available from the Royal Mint. Yeah, interesting. Just a little bit there on publications available from the Royal Mint in the UK.